Hello, Sora and Madam. I am Amit Kuswaha. Thank you for your joining me for part 2 of my reflection on the Grow Sphere Sustainable Project Process Map. Over the next 10 minutes, I will guide you step by step through the design of our process map, how sustainability is woven into its every phase, and the sphere personal insights on what worked well and where we can improve. Whether you are a project manager, sustainability advocate, or a curious stakeholder, I hope you will find this deep dive both informative and inspiring. Before we jump into the map itself, it's important to revisit our foundational objectives and ESG anchors. Our primary goals were threshold, deploy 10 fully operated grow spheres urban farming ports across target cities within 2 years, reduce water consumption by at least 80% compared to conventional urban farming, cut carbon emission associated with production, transport, and operation by 40%. I positioned these goals front and center at the top of the process map, like a lighthouse guiding every decision downstream surrounding them. I placed our three ESG pillars: environmental integrity, social inclusion, and governance transparency. By doing this, every stakeholder immediately sees that no action is isolated from our sustainability mission. Next, I created 5 horizontal swim lanes to represent our core groups. Think of these are the major chapters in our project history: initiation and need assessment. Where we define scope, draft, and statement of works and align on sustainability metrics, design development, covering products, engineering, AI control, software architecture, and material science, procurement and supply chain, emphasizing local sourcing, certification audit, and contract negotiation, deployment and commissioning for on-site assembly, functional testing, and community pilots or rollouts, monitoring and optimization, which is our continuous feedback loop measuring water, energy, carbon, and social impact KPIs. By giving each process its own lane, you can instantly see sequence parallelism and handoffs critical for avoiding the silos that often derails complex projects. Let's zoom in the first lane: initiation needs assessment. I broke this down into 4 sub-steps. Stakeholder workshops, where we gather inputs from city planner, community leaders, and potential investors. Baseline sustainability audits, assessing existing urban farming benchmark in target cities. Risks and opportunity analysis, mapping environmental risks like water scarcity and social opportunities such as urban food desert. Project Carter approval, including ESG scorecard that must hit at least 85 points to proceed. What's key here is ESG scorecard design gateway, a diamond on the map requiring cross-functional sign-off. If our scorecard does not meet the threshold, we pause to refine objectives or adjust scope. Moving to the design and development, I subdivided this complex phase into 5 streams: mechanical engineering, where we prototype the board structure using recycled aluminum; control software, building the AI-driven irrigation and climate control algorithm; material science, evaluating biodegradable polymers, non-load-bearing parts; life cycle, LCA modeling grade to grave environmental impact; user experience, UX designs, ensuring our interface are intuitive for growers. In the map of each of these, it has on box, but notice the LCA reviews design gate after initial prototype. Here we require the LCA report to demonstrate here at least 30% improvement over conventional greenhouse before moving forward. It falls short. We iterate material choices or optimizing manufacturing process. The third sequence focuses on procurement supply chain. I laid out 6 steps: suppliers pre-qualification using an ISO 1400 compliance checklist, sustainability scoring metrics, ranking vendors on emissions, waste management, and labor practice; contract negotiation, embedding ESG clauses for take back and recycling; logistic planning, optimizing routes to minimize transport carbon; supply audits, on-site visit on remote digital auditing; final approval and purchase order issue. I highlighted 2 critical integration bubbles at one: contract negotiation to each circular ceremony economic commitments, and another at logistic planning, where we model CO2 outputs in 3 transports. Deployment commission is where theory meets reality. We define 4 sequential activities: site preparation, condition coordination with municipal authorities, preparation of land, rooftops, spaces, code assembly, often in modular kits for rapid development, functional testing, verifying water recirculations, loops, sensor calibration, and AI controls, community pilot launch, in inviting local growers for hand-on trails. Crucially, after functional testing, we have got go load gateway that checks water log rates, energy consumption, and yield uniformity against threshold. Only if these KPIs pass do proceeds the community lens. The final lane monitoring and optimization is perpetual. I broke it into real-time data collection, streaming water, energy, and CO2 matrices to our cloud dashboards. Monthly KPIs reviews, meeting covering all stakeholders, root cause analysis, and applying Six Sigma methods which thresholds are missed. Design update backlogs, feeding improvement request to the development team. Annual sustainability report, publicly shared with investors and commitments. You will see circular arrows connecting these updates backlog back to design development. This ensures the process map isn't static, it evolves as we learn. Let's talk about the people along the left side. I added vertically swim lanes for 5 stakeholder groups: municipal authorities, local communities, suppliers, technical teams, and investors. Within each lane, I mapped their touch points. Examples: city permits, community workshops, supplier audits, spirits review, and quarterly ESG briefing. This visually enforces accountability. You cannot miss who's responsible for what. Or as I wrapped up map, three major solutions emerged. Early visualization: avoid reworks, sketching high level swim lanes in the first week and exposed missing design gateways before we would build anything. Integrate ESG from day one, embedding sustainability criteria in cater contract and approval meant it wasn't a afterthought, it was embedded into every milestone. Iterative stakeholders validation, regular walkthrough with each group, especially community reps, uncovered critical insights like the need for multilingual signage or fonts in diverse neighborhood. Going forward, I plan to product to conduct quarterly map health checks and ensure that it stays aligned with evolving ESG standards and operational realities. The concludes map in-depth walkthrough of the Grow Spheres process map. Thank you for listening. I will welcome my questions or suggestions on how we can further enhance our sustainability, integration, governance, checkpoints, and community engagement. Together, we can build blueprint for truly regenerate urban agriculture. I am Amit Kushwaha, stay green and